Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I've been messing around with this. This is Creeper World 3, obviously, but I've been messing around with this map, trying to make it harder. I took one thing, I had it like for about here or so, and I like doubled the output, and I eventually managed to slog it out, but I did slog it out on my first try. So I wanted to go for a little bit more. We got a good amount of backlands in this one. Maybe we'll be able to do something. Traditional units mix. You can get your Titans, but no Thor. You do get 3 command centers, and you have access to everything. Keep in mind that these are large spore things, and they are going to be shooting spores fast. I also included Digitalis and runners in this one, which is really not my forte. But we'll see what we can do. Those freaking runners are annoying, and if this thing breaks through, like, we're gonna have some serious trouble, because that stuff's gonna like really come fast. We do have a little bit of high ground in the back. We're gonna put one command center all the way up there. The rest of them we're gonna put a little bit closer towards the front. We're gonna see if we can't cut off this space here, because if we can, perhaps we can build a line and hold this with mortars. Like, I would have liked to be able to hold this line, but I don't think we will be able to. I think that this stuff is just going to push through. We do have more totems than before, so if we can hold the line, we do get rewarded with, like, we will eventually win, which is, like, I like that way. I like totems, I like upgrading. It makes me feel like I've gotten better, even though well, I guess I did get better. My units got better. Another thing I'm trying here is I'm trying to talk more, because I notice that I tend to go silent in the middle of these videos, and when I'm watching other people's videos, like, I like listening to them. Like, that's why I'm watching their videos. It's like, you know, we're hanging out sorta in the video together here. Try to be more engaging of a presence here. I don't need to start screaming at you or like put on affectations, but we'll be doing a lot of. We're just gonna need a lot of these, because last time I had like 140 energy income on like the smaller version of this and did not record, but that is up on as Vengeance of the Hill, if you're looking for that map. So that one's significantly harder than Taking the Hill, which was the first one. Significantly harder. I think if you don't hold that first line, you're going to be doomed, because you're just not going to have the land mass, even if you upgrade with the totems. Like, I had to like toggle build on and off and stuff like that, so like just going straight ammo. I think I'm going to try to hold the line here. With mortars here. Maybe we'll be able to swing it. But maybe that's not aggressive enough. I love like totems like that, like bam bam bam, totem totem totem. Oi. But get this stuff up, and I think we can unpause now. We don't want to do too much. Yeah, we want to start with just the ones. 2s are not as good, but then it's not so bad, because if you just have the one guy here, he gets that built real quickly. It doesn't slow him down too much, because he doesn't have the power to build them all at full speed. But of course, as our network expands, we're going to need to start building weaponry. We're going to need a lot of weaponry right in here. I'd rather not build on that. That way, I can cut it off. It'll be really good. See, these guys are built at 4% already. Yeah, they're flying up. The creeper has been alerted to our presence and is very angry. He's ready to do what he got to do. build these out like I did last time and just kind of hope for some extra land, because extra land, very nice. Collectors pay themselves off really quickly, very low investment cost. Not a lot of power, but they're so cheap. Collector only 5, reactor 50. Reactor gives about 0.3, collector depends on how much area. But we're already at 6, and we've got 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. So like a third, about the same, really, but it's so much cheaper, but you do need the land, so it does balance out. You need to have those reactors if you want to do like a mature economy, higher energy density. We are going to need mortars in the back line. Energy skyrocketing. We already probably used Berthas to take the hill. I'm gonna hide that forge up somewhere nice and safe. We need to get this shit built now. Land, save those things, because before they're built they only have they have no HP base. Like most of these CV structures, they will die in one hit from a creeper, like 1 second or so with a creeper, but these guys are a little bit more resilient once they're built. They're a little bit shielded, so if I can get them built, they can tank for just a tiny little bit while the ammo gets there to push the creeper off. Right, these guys are getting built quick, so what we're gonna need to do is we're gonna have to just build a collector there. We want to put our weapons so that they're connected to not just this one, so if that one does go down, they'll be able to stop it. We probably should actually do a collector line this way. There's one more totem. More upgrades. Roommate is making fish. It smells nice. I feel like Kai's kitty. I want to go in there and steal some of his fish. That's not gonna happen. Alright, let's put some cannons down. I'm gonna try to move these cannons over there if we can. Take these cannons and move them over here, but I want them to build faster, so I'm gonna put them on this line while this swings out, and any chance we might actually be able to get them there. Like, we're going to be able to hold this back line here, I believe. But once these spores start shooting, there's going to be so much spore action, so we're going to need a decent area. Once these runners start to come this way, which they will, yeah, this is going to be ugly. Whether or not we can hold this line is a big question. Just the proximity of this line to our troops, this Digitalis, is going to be the real trouble. So we're getting up our first wave. We'll just send these guys over here. First wave makes me think of that sweet ass show on the sci-fi with the aliens that can't eat salt. Like, you know, it's like murder mystery kind of thing. It was always the enemy, aliens. It's probably raised a whole generation of paranoid people. It's rough because we need to sort of spread these out, but I also want to not fall to Digitalis, which is really rough. That will cover us. We're going to need our snipers first. But only really around the digitalis. That'll cover us, I believe. We're gonna need some more snipers here, but not too many. Probably start investing in reactor technology a little bit. As the creeper gets to us, these front lines, this is the heavier creeper. See the 70, I can't point it, but see the 81, it's down here. The 81 is over, or whatever, 91, 91.4. That's how much higher the creeper is than the land level of 9. You can see the land level like right here. Land level 6 here, but up here it's 9. This is a little hill, this is a little valley, land level's 5. So like this is really thin creeper. So these guns are really good at taking out thin creeper, but you need the mortars to take out thicker creeper. There's a lot heavier creeper moving in, and heavier creeper will flow. It flows like a fluid, so it will slowly move towards us. And there are some discrete enemies, but it's mostly this continuous enemy of this enemy fluid creeper that will just destroy everything. These little runner dudes can only run on this lattice, which is called digitalis, which grows really quickly and heals really quickly as long as it's connected to a live digitalis, which needs to be connected to an emitter, or otherwise it will die off. So if you can cut off sections of it, it'll die. It also carries creeper forward with it, so creeper will move quicker along the digitalis, which makes it very dangerous. It makes it very hard to get into these kind of places because it's very heavy. What I like to do is I like to use we only have a few aerial exclusion towers. Let's see what kind of weapons we got. Yeah. So we have these air exclusion towers will stop air units like strafers or bombers from coming in and doing their damage to it. So what I like to do is take strafers, which do not use aura. They just use red packets to fight. They're like little fighter jets. They strafe over this stuff, and I like to use them to clear the emitters. Like if you send like 5 or 6 of them at each emitter, you can block it off from connecting to the digitalis and kill off large sections of it. But the problem is that emitter's not connected, but this one is. Yeah, so we're not going to be able to kill off the digitalis just by nuking it from the air, because this emitter will cover this air exclusion tower, which makes it so that air units cannot go into this area or be built in that area. Well, they can't target. They can fly through it. They can't target anything in here. So I can't target this, so I can't knock out that. So he'll still be connected to the rest of the network, regardless of whether or not I'm able to temporarily blank out any of these other emitters. So we are going to have to just slog it through. I can use strafers and or bombers to just try to punch my forward lines, which I may have to do. What we're going to need to do soon is we're going to need to get our beam weapons up, as well as a large amount of power, because we're going to be in deep shit. Once these things start firing, there's going to be a lot of spores, and you'll see it. It's actually a ton of spores. Make sure I keep getting my mortars to the front. Can deal with that thicker creeper that I do know is going to be on my ass real soon. I need to get my reactors up. I need to get this forge up as well. 77 on that forge. Once I get that forge up, I'll be able to start using these totems to upgrade my forces as well as my economy, which is definitely necessary. The problem is here we do not yet have this guy over here so that I can have lower latency between when when this guy emits the packets and when they get to the line. I can build relays to lower my latency, but I do not really have that option right now. I'm not sure I'm actually going to be able to win this. This is looking really bad. Packets starting to get to the line, but they're going a long ways. This is helping get those packets to this guy. Do those packets get there? Yes, yes. He's going to start firing now. Once I can get that forge online, we'll start to see some action. We've got to get those. We're going to have to get these up before the runners start to get into my area, and then we're going to have to get this up so that we can the forge up so we can get our upgrades, and then we're going to have to get those beam weapons up so that we can, because this is going to just be an endless wave of spores, just endless, just launching, 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 and they're staggered enough that we're going to have to just keep continuously building ammo packets so that closer to the front lines, because this is starting to look really thick. Alright, so we do have that, which is freaking super clutch. We are going to be able to start upgrading our energy incomes, which is what we really need to do. We should be able to get ourselves up to like 40. Well, we're going to be at 40 once we finish these, but we should be able to get ourselves up to about, my guess is about 50 or so once we upgrade that. Now 45. So we're probably gonna need like about 200 energy income by the end of this just to be able to beat back this creeper, because we're going to need to be firing Berthas continuously deep into this back line to deal with this, because this is already at 80 and we haven't even started touching it. This interval is, yeah, this interval's crazy. See, this stuff is all on the line. We gotta stop this from building. We stop this from building. So this will be our builder, and that's fine. I'm gonna need to upgrade the front line to relays, because that lowers the latency of the packets. The relays transmit packets twice as fast as all other connections, and they also have significantly longer connecting length, as long as they're connecting to other relays. And if I only have one factory on build, I can easily toggle it on and off build so that I can focus my energy into packets. I'm going to leave totem production energy on because that's just, we just need that, because we need to be able to get this upgraded. I'm going to get those 5 upgraded, and it's about time to start thinking about, when we have those up, we're going to need to start get another upgrade. Yeah, 60. Now it's time to get the beams. I'll try to do like about as much. This is about the density I had on my last playthrough on the forerunner to this map, the little smaller version. You need quite a bit when there's this much spores, but normally you don't need this much. It's just that there are so many spores on this map, and I need them to die, because if they land anywhere in my front lines and like take out my connectors, like the whole thing is just gonna crumble. Like if I lose somewhere along this line, like my entire base will just be over. Hopefully we won't have to see that. I mean, I know like maybe like screw you, yeah, I want to see you lose, but I mean, I want to win. I want to win because I want to look good. I need an ore mine. We should probably grab our ore mines. There's just that one, I believe. Yeah, see, we're already getting these guys in here. We do have snipers on the field. Oh shit, yeah. Well, see, that's what happens. I tried to build that beam forward. We're gonna have to just build ammo for a little bit. Build. Maybe we can get that shit up. you need all these beams up. Then there'll be like a little bit where the beams are like refilling all of their ammo, which will be very rough. Need to stop that for a sec. These guys get in range. Hopefully they only come in one at a time. Then we can use our sniper bots to these little sniper weapons only shoot at these little runner dudes, so they can be like useful because they can just stop those. And then these guys, if they run next to your stuff, they can stun it, which can be very bad, especially when you get a lot of them and they can just permanently stun it. Because they don't destroy themselves, they just shoot a little stunner weapon at it. Things going well though. Getting our upgrades. Energy starting to climb. To invest in a few more reactors now. Get those in. Another 5. Increase my range. That won't increase my my ammo consumption, which is good, but it will allow these mortars to fire deeper into the thick enemy creeper and then thus be more effective. So you definitely want range. It'll also increase the range of these beams. Well, it increases the range of all weapons, but these beams are real crucial. These guys can't shoot to a level that is higher than them, so they'll only be able to shoot to like this cliff here where it starts to go up, which is what makes fighting up a hill a lot harder. Alright, now we definitely need to upgrade our reactor base because it looks like we're wasting power. Yeah, we just finished our beams. This looks like I made it. Maybe I made this too big, and maybe this is a little bit too easy. Because we're not really having any problems. Like they haven't even started to fire at us yet. We'll see. We'll see. This is probably enough to keep that busy. Alright, because the spores are going to start firing now. He's on 44-second timer, so he's just gonna keep unloading on us. This is really our only trouble zone. I think this is gonna be kind of a lackluster match here. I think we just made the map too big, so I ended up having way too much territory. So I'm able to just hold the line much easier, and then the totems upgrade me so much faster. But can still go for time, so there is that. Start upgrading some Berthas. Just let these auto-target. That will make them go after the deepest pockets of creeper. These are like mortars, but way more powerful. Alright, see, yeah, that's a lot of spores. So maybe we will have some problems. We need to upgrade our build speed. So that makes packets come out of these buildings faster. Because we're going to need to be able to get also packets of build speed and packet speed. So the packets move faster along the network. Because there's going to be so much spores in the air. We're just going to need to make sure, yeah, that's what I was worried about. If they get through, we'll be so fucked. Yeah, see that spore is going to hit our friggin' we're gonna need to do backline beams. Probably should have done this while we had all that extra power, because that would have saved us, because I think we're about to lose all of our power. Watch this, me talking all this smack, and now we're about to just lose everything. Yeah, because when this spore lands, there's just the one spore, but when that spore lands, he's going to land in the middle of all of my reactors, which I did not spread out. Okay, he landed shallow. So way too much spore. Way too much spore. We're just not gonna be able to stop this. No way. That. See, this is what happens when the spores overrun your base. Because look at, they're already launching again. They're just let's just watch because there's no way I'm gonna recover from this. This is over. Oh man, oh man. I think it was raining anti-creeper because I had some left in my things, but we've definitely lost this one. So, I'll probably try this again at some other time, but right now, I'll see you later.